everybody, it's me, Allie. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about how to do that studio shoot look in a pandemic. I'm giving these tips based off of if you're in an area where you feel safe doing a photo shoot. If you don't feel safe doing a photo shoot, don't do a photo shoot. If all your friends are doing photo shoots and you don't want to do a photo shoot, don't do the photo shoot. If you only want to shoot with people that you know have been isolating, that's what I'm doing, then do that. I'm just giving these tips to give you some ideas and some ways so that you can do this more successfully and safer. And really, I'm just going to give you some tips because I've been shooting outside and trying for that studio look for a long time. So I think I've got some valuable things I can share with you. This will be a very quick video. So first of all, we need to be outdoors as much as possible, especially if we're together, just because it's safer. I've been doing some photo shoots. I keep them outdoors, but the problem can be, what if I want that studio look? What if I want to have a way to control my lighting? It's going to be very hard if I'm in a park or something like that. So what I'm here to do is give you some tips so that you know how to get that studio light, bring out your strobes and do everything and get the look you want. A friend of mine, Antoine, had a shoot last weekend and he was asking me for some tips and I helped him out. And he sent me a picture of his setup, which I'm going to share. But, and he did some amazing work. So you would never have known where he was. But basically, first of all, we're going to be outdoors, right? So how do you make it work? You don't always have the perfect lighting outside. You don't want full light because then you're going to be fighting the direction of the light. It may not be the way you want it. So first of all, you need an overhang. You need something to block some light. So I would suggest things like a carport, maybe one of those easy up tents. You could also use your garage doors open and just have someone inside the entrance to it. Antoine used a screened-in porch. So there's all kinds of options. So you could even go to a picnic area and rent one of those picnic shelters and that would work. So the next thing is you're going to be dealing with the elements because you're outside. So you want to weight your light stands. You want to weight your backdrops. So this way they don't move because the wind will cause damages and it will come up faster than you expect. And you don't want to use a paper background is because paper will rip in the wind. And even if you secure it, the wind is going to grab it. Paper is going to rip. Use fabric backgrounds. And I've got a video that shows a lot of different things I do with fabric backgrounds. But for basic black, you can use black weave fabric. That stuff works great. For basic white, you can use those white shower curtains, the ones that are kind of more like a fabric than like a plastic. You don't want them to be reflective. Those will work great. The other thing is you need to clip your fabric to the walls of your light stands, the vertical part of your light stand. Clip them low, clip them in the middle, clip them high. Again, why wind? But at least with fabric, the winds will pass through them. It'll buffalo a little bit, but you're going to have a better shot of getting a successful shoot. So those are my tips for shooting outdoors. Now, the other thing, because we're being COVID careful, is if you could shoot tethered and have a laptop, that's going to be great because then you can show the model and you don't have to be passing around a camera or trying to hold a camera and keep your distance. Photographers, you should be wearing masks while you're working with people, of course. And that's my tips. So I'm just going to recap real quick. Find some sort of overhead area, some sort of overhead covering, so that way you're blocking a lot of the light and you can get a lower ambient light. Make sure you weight any of your stands for your backgrounds or your modifiers because things become like wind sails if the wind hits and you don't want your gear falling over. And last, use fabric backgrounds. Don't use paper backgrounds and you'll find that you'll have a more flexible background for what you're doing. So I hope this helps. And if you've got other tips, leave them in the comments. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. See you in 2 weeks.